read along with me, Jeremy Potts. Or read together with your family without me. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Chapter 1. A Jem of a Junker. I'm Jeremy Potts. My sister Jemima and I love to play in the wreck of a champion race car here at Mr. Coggin's garage. Hang on, I'd yell, turning the wheel. One day, Mr. Coggins got an offer to sell the old race car for scrap metal. We raced home to tell Daddy. Our father is Coradicus Potts, the great inventor. When we arrived, he was just trying out his latest breakthrough, rocket skis.
Stand back! Keep clear!
Daddy called. Daddy agreed to buy the car, but instead of letting us play in it, he decided to fix it up. After days inside his workshop, Daddy finally wheeled the car out. Bright and shiny and better than new. What do you think of it? It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life, Jemima said. It's wonderful, I agreed. We piled into our new car and set off on a picnic. What a funny noise it's making, I remarked. It's talking to us. All engines talk, Daddy assured us. What's it saying? It's saying, Chitty, 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 Bang Bang. Chapter 2. A truly scrumptious picnic. On our way, we ran into Truly Scrumptious, the lovely lady who lives down the road. Well, we almost ran into her. Truly came along with us to the seaside, and we were all having a wonderful time. But then... A boat! I can see a boat, I called. That's when Daddy told us. That is the pirate ship of the notorious Baron Bombast, ruler of Bulgaria. He has sailed all the way to England because he has heard tell of a fabulous motor car built by the brilliant inventor, Coradicus Potts. We could see the Baron aboard his boat, and he was in a foul temper. "Load the cannon! I want that car!" The Baron's ship was getting closer, but the tide had stranded us. "We're going to have to swim for it," Daddy shouted. Just then, Chitty began making the most peculiar noises and transformed herself into a motorboat. Off we sped across the waves with the Baron in hot pursuit. Good old Chitty Chitty Bang Bang outraced those nasty pirates, and then turned back into a car and drove up onto shore. Chapter 3. Grandpa Kidnapped. But the Baron wouldn't give up that easily. If he couldn't steal the car, he would steal the inventor. The Baron's henchmen came to our house to kidnap Daddy, but they captured our grandpa by mistake. "What's going on? I'm flying!" poor Grandpa exclaimed. "Grandpa, come back! What do you think you're doing?" Daddy called. And now it was our turn to give chase. We followed the airship for miles across the countryside until Chitty Chitty Bang Bang sped over the cliff. Down, down, down we fell until Chitty sprouted wings and propellers and changed herself into an airplane. We soared over the cliffs, over the ocean, through the clouds, off to Bulgaria to rescue Grandpa. Chapter 4. Prisoners in the Castle. When Grandpa arrived, he was put to work to build another magic car. If you fail, I will stuff your heart with sauerkraut and feed you to the ducks, blustered the Baron. You have 24 hours.
24 hours!
With cannons firing all around, we made a perfect 4-point landing outside the village and set off for the castle. Suddenly, cavalry soldiers approached. As the frightened villagers hurried home, a toy maker beckoned us into his shop. We'd be safe here while Father and the toy maker searched for Grandpa. But Jemima and I were starving. We hadn't eaten for hours. Truly went to find food, but warned us to stay inside the shop. And we did, until a peddler selling sweets came by.
Cherry pie, cream puffs, ice cream, treacle tart,
he called. Jemima and I felt the rumble of our empty tummies. Come on, I said. One little snack before lunch couldn't hurt, I thought. So we hurried into the street to find the peddler. Come along, my little mice. What will it be? Ice cream? Chocolate? Step inside. But it was a trap. There were no sweets at all. We were locked inside the cart and taken off to the castle. Just wait till our daddy hears about this, Jemima screamed. And then I warned him. He'll come and blow up the whole castle. Well, maybe blowing up the castle wasn't the thing to do, since we were inside it. But we knew Daddy would get us out somehow. Chapter 5. Chitty to the Rescue. The next day was the Baron's birthday, and the toy maker arrived with wonderful gifts.
What have you made me for my birthday, eh?
Asked the Baron. This year, Your Majesty, I have surpassed even myself. Soldiers carried in 2 enormous boxes, each containing a life-size doll. First, the toy maker wound up a ballerina who danced and sang. Then a Raggedy Andy sprang to life. The Baron exclaimed he'd never seen dolls like this in his whole life. That's because they weren't really dolls at all. It was Daddy, and truly in disguise. The whole castle was so delighted. No one noticed as scores of children sneaked into the room, hoisted the Baron to the ceiling, and threw nets over the guards. As the children and townspeople stormed the castle, Daddy and Truly rescued us and Grandpa. We climbed into Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and took off back to England. Chapter 6. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, We Love You. To be totally honest, I made that last part up. Okay, I made all of it up. But you must admit, it was a grand adventure. You see, I'm an inventor, just like my father. Only, I invent stories. I can tell you that our real life tale had a happy ending too. One of Daddy's inventions, Toot Sweet Whistle candies, became a huge sensation. Truly and Daddy were married. And she, and Daddy, and Jemima and I, and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang all lived happily ever after.
Ah.